Giving best wishes to her father, Yashna hangs up the call. Did your father land it safely? Abhay asked, leaning against the door frame of the room. Yeah, he's heading for the hotel. After his trip, he'll be staying there for more time. He has been called to give training to the new interns, she said while unpacking her luggage. So now tell me, how was States for you? He questioned, making himself comfortable on the bed. It was great. There were people from around the world in the university. Initially, I was very scared and anxious that how will I survive, but nothing might happen as I thought it would be. Positive environment, friendly teacher, and helpful classmates. Overall, a fantastic experience, she said with a wide smile squealing in between, on which Abhay laughed. That's good to hear. So for now, stop unpacking and come. Let's go out for breakfast. A new South Indian restaurant has opened nearby. I didn't try it. Come on, get freshen up. I'm waiting in the living room, he said while going out of the room. Yashna chuckles and head to bathroom. Coming out of her room, Abhay received a text from Siddhant asking about Yashna's arrival. While replying him, he went his room to change his clothes. Entering the restaurant, aroma of sambar enters their nostril, increasing their hunger. Sitting on an empty table, they start looking at the menu. Just then they heard a familiar voice from behind Yashna. They both looked behind and found Siddhant talking on his phone. I knew he'll be here when I texted him in the morning, Abhay thought with a slight smirk on his face and a raised brow when Siddhant glanced at him secretly, which was not so secret because Abhay caught him. Yashna looks at him in surprise, not expecting him to be here early in the morning. She looks back at Abhay with his frown, gesturing, "Did you know?" To which he just shrugs his shoulder. "I don't know." Abhay calls him out, "Siddhant, over here." Waving his hands, he points at his table. Siddhant, still in his delusion that he isn't being suspicious, waves him back and pretends to cut the call. Yup, he was pretending to be on call to make them believe that he was busy, and reached their table. "Good morning. What a pleasant surprise to meet you both early in the morning," he said in ecstasy. "Of course, it will be present for you," Abhay thought, smirking a little. "Good morning, Siddhant. It was unexpected to see you here," Yashna said with a little confusion. Why not? Because the restaurant is like 45 to 50 minutes away from his place, and who in the world in this rainy season would like to travel early in the morning just for breakfast? "Oh, it's just that Mahi wanted to eat dosa and sambar and breakfast, so just thought to bring it by myself," Siddhant replied, rubbing his back of neck. "Yeah, right. Just after I informed him about having breakfast, Mahi craved for South Indian breakfast, and he is here literally in 30 minutes. Abhay shook his head thinking about it. "But there is a restaurant just 5 to 10 minutes away from your place. Why did you take this much effort to be here?" he asked, raising a brow. Siddhant glares at him secretly, to which he gives a sly smirk and says, "Mahi wanted to try from here for a long time, so I thought to get our breakfast from here," and then gives him a warning smile, threatening him to stop it here. Abhay chuckles a little and nods at him. Yashna looks at both of them in confusion, like, what the fuck are those faces? But nevertheless, gives a nod and looks at the menu. "Can I know your order, please?" They heard the voice of the waiter. Looking up from the menu, Yashna was about to say, but got cut off by Abhay. "I would like to have dosa, sambar, and uttapam. What about you, Yashna?" I'll go with the same as yours. And what about you, Siddhant?" "I'll have idli and sambar." "Wait, Siddhant, you can't have sambar." Siddhant looks at Abhay confusingly. Yashna frowns, hearing him. "And why is that, may I know? You forgot what happened last time when we ordered sambar for you?" He rises the shindons upon Siddhant, and before he can stop him, Abhay continues. "How can you forget this, Siddhant? Last time we had it, your shit was all over me. I know, bro, we have been together since so long that even I don't remember. We have bathed together and slept together, but that doesn't mean I will have you all over me. Nope, I'm not taking a chance." Silence. Yashna and waiter had bright eyes and jaw dropped after hearing incomprehensible He looks at Abhay, who looked unbothered. Looking at the menu, then he shifted his gaze to Yashna and found her staring at him with a look. Is it true? Immediately shaking his head, he looks at Abhay and frustratingly yet smiling says, Abhay, do you have any idea what he just said? And give a tight-lipped smile. Abhay looks at him with a frown and says, what? You did puked on me last time as I forgot you have allergy from tamarind. Abhay says this and continues to look at the menu. Yashna sat there dumbfounded, not knowing what she should do now. Waiter tried his best not to laugh at the way conversation is unfolding in front of her. And Siddharth, what can he say now? The amount of embarrassment he got pushed into? He really wants to dash out of this place, dragging Abhay along with him, turning to the alley beside the restaurant and smash his head on the wall. Shaking his head, he decides to give the order. I'll take idli again. Idli sam. Allow me to complete my word, will you? Siddharth said, forcing a smile and shooting a glare towards Abhay. Abhay chuckles nervously and nods. Siddharth shakes his head and turns his head towards the waiter and says, I'll take idli and sambar and uttapam and please pack uttapam and one masala dosa. That's it, thank you. Nodding his head, waiter leaves to get the order. Now you. I don't have an allergy from tamarind. I just had a stomach infection that time. That's it. And don't forget to use sensitive meat to have it. Yashna, how are you coping up with the situation after coming back? Abhay asked, taking her off guard. Thinking for some time, sighing, she says, to be honest, it is hard for me. The person with whom I was so close, it is very distant from me. And now, I don't even feel anything about a relation. It looks like it was never there to begin with. The reaction I'm receiving, it doesn't matter to me anymore as it used to before. I guess I'm over that friendship. Sighing, she focuses back on the file open in front of her. Abhay nods his head, understanding her words, and looks back at his computer screen. By the way, how have you been? You didn't call me frequently last year. Was everything alright? Yashna asked, looking at the documents. I got so engrossed in this case that I didn't even took care of my health. And one night, while driving back home, my headache got worse and lost my control and my car crashed against a tree. Luckily, Siddharth was on call with me and reached on time. Otherwise, he left a deep breath and continued. I got hospitalized for 2 months and bed rest for 1 month. So first because of case and then because of accident, I was not able to call you. Yashna had a concerned expression, which Abhay found adorable when he looked at her. Kiddo, I'm fine, don't worry. I got a nice scolding from my parents after that. You deserved it, and a nice beating for us required too. She shakes her head saying this, and Abhay chuckles at that. Vibrant strobing light, smell of different cologne and perfume literally making my head hot, and that fucking smell of alcohol and smoke. Oh, I think I'll vomit. Loud music and DJ's announcement erupts more of footing, and come on, I will become deaf if I stay here more than half an hour or so. Leaving aside, she looks behind where Abhay and Siddharth are standing and looking through crowd to find Mahi and Shali. Mahi and Shali came here early to keep a watch on the way and notify them if find something suspicious. Although Siddharth hesitated to send Mahi without any protection, but being stubborn as she is, she left without telling him. He knew it was Shali who was deliberately making her do things against him, and this is a big black line. Was following her like a sheep, thinking whatever Shali said is right. Personally, he doesn't like her as a person, and he never did in the past too. Just because of his sister, he is enduring her nuisance. Otherwise, he would never bat his eye towards her. He tried not to explain to his sister, but she dismissed his words with a bull-headed belief that Shelley is a good person and is just not protected. After that, he never tried to elucidate her with his thinking that she would understand this point one day. Apollo said his outside, he and Shelley coming towards them. He just said nothing else to looking outside. Shelley was smoking while looking at the Krishna, but immediately put a smile on her face when she saw Siddharth. Again, Krishna looked at each other, knowing very well about the look she gave. Rolling their eyes, they wait for them. Hey Siddharth, and hi to you both. She said with a smile to Siddharth and made an uninterested face when very Mahi greeted them with a small smile and very real smile. looks at her and shakes his head left to right vigorously, gesturing it's not true. Realizing what he just said in flow, Siddhant's eyes widens and he looks at Abhay, who has been glaring at him. The moment their eyes meet, Siddhant gulps and looks at Yashnam, who is giving him a seriously look with a raised brow. Laughing nervously, he says, we haven't clubs for mission purpose. Nothing else. Right away? Yeah, exactly, just mission purpose. That's it, Yashnam. I told you before too, right? That we don't have time for all this stuff. We sometimes need to meet people at clubs, that's it. Abhay said truthfully. Don't want to hide the facts from her. Yashna chuckles and nods and looks at Siddhant, who was searching for Vivek, and she starts to look for him too, along with Abhay. And there were two people standing in front of them with mouth open a little in disbelief, being totally ignored as they were never there. Spotting Vivek sitting on a plush curved couch with a drink in his hand, talking to someone on the phone, which looks like a serious conversation, analyzing expression. Siddhant nudges Abhay and points at the direction of Vivek through his eyes. Nodding their head, they were about to leave, but Abhay stops and looks at Mahi and Shali and then speaks, gaining Siddhant and Yashna's attention. We both stay here. We don't have any role there. We'll do what is needed, and Mahi, keep this fantasy of yours in check. We don't need any interference, am I understood? He asked, looking intense on me. But am I understood? Yes or not? He asks again, cutting off Shali in middle and glare at her, making her mouth shut. She nods her head, rolling her eyes. He then shifts his gaze to Mahi, who was looking at him too. Mahi saw something in his eyes, but not able to grasp it as it vanished like it was just an illusion of her. Nodding her head a little, she transfers circling Shali with her. Keeping his arm on Yashna's back, Abhay moves forward where Vivek sat, with Siddhant behind them, checking his surroundings for anything suspicious. While going towards Vivek, Abhay gets up. Holding at their place, Siddhant and Yashna looks at him. Abhay, after looking at the caller ID, kisses them to move forward while he attends the call. Going towards the corner, keeping his eyes on them, he picks up the call. Got something? He asks calmly. Listening to the other person, he hums and cuts the call. After asking them to send the information, he stares at Vivek intensely and mutters under his breath, "You will pay for it."